we've got to give ourselves to this struggle until the end. Nothing would be more tragic than to stop at this point in Memphis.
Hold up. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work, nigga. Hold up.
I love you. Oh, what you put me Oh, what you put me through.
Oh, it's good to be back on the oh shit, hold up. Yeah. Yeah. Just hold on right quick. Let me get my shit together. Oh yeah, we about to have some fun. Hold on. You pull it up. How y'all doing? Let me pull this up. I'm excited. I'm about to cook this nigga. Hold on. We about to have fun with this. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second, please, y'all. Hold on. Shit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If you hear the streets talking outside, ignore it. That's just the ghetto, you know. The ghetto outside. Them hoodlums out there. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, boom, I got it. Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this down. Hold on. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay. Big screen that. Close that out like that. Okay. So make that big screen over here. 1 second, my good people. Yep. All atheists unite. All right, let me see where I got this going. Share. Oh, it's about to. Okay. Share screen. I should have had started pulled up, but you know. All right, let me get it in there. Okay, so make sure y'all like the video and comment. Make sure y'all like the video, the stream, not the video. I'm sorry, stream. Yeah. Oh, you about to have fun with this nigga. Sit that right there. Give me 1 second, people. I'm supposed to be more organized than this. Hold on. There it is. Shit. There we go. Wait, okay. Give me 1 second. Gotta make sure I do my timestamps tonight. Hold on. Okay. Fuck. Okay, turn that down. There we go. Okay. There it is. I got it. Okay. How y'all doing, man? Let's get this shit started. Ooh, I'm excited for what I have for y'all tonight. Amen. Glory, Sunday K. Alhamdulillah. Let's troll for a minute. We're gonna start off with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, yesterday, amen. All right. He heard. He know what he know my heart. Okay. So I have it for you. This is one of the harder questions that Christians don't like to answer, but I found a Christian that answered the questions for us. He has the answers. I already watched this video and I tried to do a video on this video, but my reaction video ended up being 40 minutes long, y'all. I tried to do a reaction to this video and the video was 40 minutes long and I said, ain't no way I'm about to post this. I said I might as well just go live because listen, it's so much in here that you're gonna have to I had to go live with this one because it's too much in there for the post. I had to go live with this because I'm gonna need to stop, go back, get in, just let's stick with your boy. Check me out. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay. Here we go. Got a boom. Okay. Boom. There you go. All right, hold on. Let me fix that background. Let me fix the background. Something sexy. There you go. Put it as something sexy. All right. Okay. So who all we got in the chat? We got Randy, gang. Yes, ma'am. Z Moses. Jay. What's up, Jay? Agno. Ace. What it do? What's up? Satan's a little helper. What it is, man? Y'all know what? Y'all know I love y'all. I rock with your boy, man. Pay these bills, like this video, share the video if you can without losing. If you can share this without losing your job and your family won't disown you, make sure you share the video. You know what I'm saying? Like it and all that. Get the word out. All right, let's get into this shit though. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, give everybody a minute because they're gonna be like, damn, I missed some. I know it. Give me a second. How I'm looking. Player. You know I'm a player. I'm gonna look good regardless. Teaser. Yeah, I'm gonna spit this gum out in a minute. Yeah, this guy. Oh yeah, hey, I ain't gonna count though. This one of my favorites now. You ain't gonna say. I fuck with him. He cool. I fuck with him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it though. I'm gonna start this shit. Gotta put the gloves on for this nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said some fuck shit in this video. We gonna get it. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my mic up. How that mic sound? Give me some thumbs. I need thumbs. Somebody let me know before the rant begins. You know what I'm saying? Give me the thumbs. Tell me if I sound straight. How I'm sounding. My people. We good? What I sound? Oh yeah, thumbs up. Let's go. I got the thumb. Okay. So the title of this video is Why Did God Create Satan Knowing He Would Rebel Against Him? Right? Why did God create Satan knowing he would rebel against him? If you don't know who Satan is the fallen angel. Satan is the angel that rebelled against God, hence the title. And so you know, we're just humans. We're finite beings. We don't fucking know a lot about God and Yahweh and his plan and what he wanted to do and what he decided to do. And so when we see Satan and we see Satan cast out and all of this, and then we understand that God knows everything that is going to happen, you know, it raises this question, you know, God's omnipotence, our omnipresent, omniverse, all that bullshit. When you know everything that's going to happen, you created everything a specific way, and all of this is part of your plan. It raises this question of, well, if all of this is part of your plan, why would you create Satan knowing he would rebel against you? And this smart ass Christian, you know, he decided to take it upon himself, right? His burden is as heavy of a burden as this is. He decided to carry this motherfucker like a cross, and he's going to answer these questions for us. We're going to get into a red now. How y'all want to, like, should I be beside this nigga, under him? Should I make him smile? I think I fuck with this one right here, where I'm like to the side. So if I put him on the big screen like that, you know what I'm saying? How that look? That's straight. Like if I'm beside or beneath, I don't want to be in this picture because I want to be beside. Okay. I want y'all to hold up. Let me know if y'all can hear this right quick.
Recently, someone asked me this question. They said, Brother Allen, why in the world would God create Satan?
Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Beside. Can you hear that? Can you hear that video though? The video? Can y'all hear the video? Before I okay, cool. Check him out now. Y'all gotta check him out. Let me start it over. Check this man out. Oh, we're gonna get in there.
Recently, someone asked me this question. They said, Brother Allen, why in the world would God create Satan knowing that Satan was going to rebel against him and cause all of the problems that we have today? Well, my friend, that is a great question. And in this video on The Beat, we are going to attempt to answer that. That's coming up today on The Beat. Hey, my friend, welcome back to The Beat. My name is Alan Parr. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, it's a pleasure. If you want a free ebook, click the link in the description box below. If you enjoy this video, consider subscribing. Hit that little bell notification so you won't miss a beat. Okay, so this is a valid question, right? I mean, if God is all-knowing and he knew that Satan was going to rebel against him and we were going to have total and complete chaos on the earth, why in the world would God create Satan in the first place, right?
Right.
Wouldn't it make sense for him to just create all the good angels and then just not deal with Satan at all, and then life would be a lot better? Well,
right. Doesn't that first part, you know, the question that he just asked, like, shouldn't God have just created all the good angels and not really created all that fucked up shit? It's, you know, where we can just focus on that. That's it. You know, that pretty much. The answer to that question is yes, because if someone were to ask you, well, why do you think the answer is yes? It's because look at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like with all this quote unquote bad things happening, with all this bad stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? Look at the result when God creates Satan and evil and demons and warlocks and monsters and shit. Look at the results we get. Okay, this is me talking. I have accepted the premise that God exists and he created evil and the devil and Satan, etc. So when I'm talking, no, I don't think there's a devil or a heaven or a hell or a cell or a jail for this shit. But in order to play the game, you have to pick up the controller. So what I'm doing right now is I'm playing a fucking game. So you know what I'm saying? I'm talking as if this is the case, what the Bible say and what the Christians say to us. We're talking as if it is the case that God created all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody who get confused because people gonna come back later like, I thought you don't believe it. Don't get confused. Please just play along for the sake of the video. Play along. Let's finish it.
To answer that question, I want to build upon 5 premises, and each time I want to build on the previous one. Premise number 1 is that God did not create robots.
Okay, so hear me out. Okay, now I'm gonna let him speak on this, but I need. Okay, now I'm gonna let you hear what he about to say. But he said God did not create robots. Listen to me, y'all don't know how this irks my motherfucking soul when they say, well, God did not create robots. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want robots. Just listen to them. Just listen to what he about to say about this shit. Because I want you to notice something before I let him talk. I want you to notice how when we ask questions like, why did God create evil? Why did God create Satan? Why did God want us to suffer? Why doesn't God just come and erase all of the bad things? When you ask questions like that, when you pose questions like that, when you address situations and issues of that matter, they're going to say things like what he just said. Well, God did not, he doesn't want us to be robots. He didn't create us to just, he doesn't want us to just have everything our way all the time, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want you, I'm just listen to this dude. Just listen to this dude.
We need to understand and accept the fact that whenever God created angels and also ultimately mankind, he created all of us with free will. Listen. He's trying to give, you got to understand that he's talking to Christians, not everybody. So the way he's talking from a Christian perspective. He said God created all of us, the angels and ultimately mankind, and he created us with free will. That's not how that sentence should be formed. The phrase, the way he should say it is, the reason why, God created Satan and all that shit and why all this shit exists is because God created all of us and everything that exists. And he also created evil too. When they talk about God, they say shit like everything that God created was good. And so that is not true. The way they do it is everything God created is true. Everything God created is good, and all of the bad shit comes as a result of free will. That's how they try to twist this thing, because in their minds, they don't think God can create bad things that are not good. But the trip part is, if you read the Bible, God creates the good and the evil. However, when they're talking it's as if they don't think we have the same book as them, because when they talk about it, they talk about free will a lot. And free will is, if you ask me, I say we don't have it. If a God exists, we don't have it. That's what I'm going to say. But they like to play this game like God gave us free will. And it's like, y'all know how but see, I think I take this a different route than everybody else. Well, not everybody else, but I don't hear a lot of people saying what I say when it comes to free will. When it comes to free will, I always say that's fine. If God gave us free will, we get the credit for everything, good or bad. But see, the problem with what I just said is they don't like that. They don't like that. They don't want us to get credit for when it's good. They only want us to get credit for when it's bad, because they think God created everything that's good. So everything that's good that happens is a direct result of us being in contact with God. But that defeats what they say about free will. If we get to choose, he's gonna say it, but it's like 2 minutes down the line. So I want to go on, beat him to the punch. He's gonna tell you how we are in control of all of our own decisions. And if that's the case, then I'm okay with us having free will.
I'm just not okay with you telling me we have free will while simultaneously giving all the good thing, giving all the credit for the good things to God. That's what I don't like, because I'm okay if I rob somebody, I kick a nigga ass. You know what I'm saying? I jaywalk in the middle of the street. You know, I shit and piss outside when I'm supposed to. Cool. I'm responsible for those consequences that I get. But I'm also responsible, and I also get the credit if I find the critic counselor, if I feed motherfucking kids, if I find people, if I build a homeless shelter, if I start a trust fund or a nonprofit or educational program, I want that credit too. That's all I'm saying. So I'm okay with them saying free will, but I'm not okay with how they you gonna see it. Just watch this. Just let me I ain't gonna talk. I'm gonna try not to talk too much, but let me get in where I fit in now.
He created us with the ability to choose to obey, to choose not to obey, to choose between good and evil. And
now, okay, so what they say is when we do good, that's us obeying God. You see how he said we choose to obey or not, meaning everything we do in our life that's good, that means we're obeying God, because God only creates good. Everything that we do that's bad or evil is evil and it's sick and it goes against God. But the trick part, okay, the last time I went live, I don't know if you watched it or not, but I wrote this down in my notes, and I'm gonna write it. I need you to listen to what I'm about to say. God created everything. I'm gonna write that down. Everything. Listen to my word. I need you to pay attention to this part. When I think of everything, I think of all matter, all experiences. I mean, not experience, all shit. What the fuck? Shit. I done got my own fucking shit. Hold on. That ain't it. Hold on. Shit. I forgot. Okay. I'm gonna wing it. God created everything, all matter, all processes, right? In my last live stream, the guy talked about how God, they Christians think God created science, and I said that how science is a process, science is a method that we use. So if God created science, he also created all other processes, all other methods. The reason why I'm telling you that is because, murder, robbery, great rape, all of these are processes to get something that you want. If you want sex from some man or woman, if you want sex from man or woman, but you don't want to have to worry about no consent, you take it. That's called rape. If you want my possessions, but you don't want to have to ask me for them or me give them to you, that's called robbery. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take my life because it'll make you, that's called murder. Those are processes to get an outcome, to get an answer, to get to get what you want. You see what I'm saying? Just like science is a method or a process of doing, these things that I named is the process of doing something. They think science is a belief system, but it's not. It's just a tool that we use. God created all matter, all tools, all methods, all processes, meaning the process of, I gotta say it, the process of child abuse and pedophilia. God created everything. He gets credit for all things. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because they say God created science. They say God created they say God created us. They say God created look at the trees. God exists outside of time, space, and matter because he created all time, space, and matter. These processes, these methods, these tools exist inside of time, space, and matter. So God must get credit for that too. Meaning, while you may have free will to go out and steal, kill, and destroy, or rape and do whatever you're going to do, God created that process. If you don't give God credit for that process, then you don't get to give God credit for science. Therefore, if God don't get credit for science, now we have something that is in direct opposition, for the most part, more or less, to what the Bible says about a lot of shit. And so how do we exist in a world with this thing that we use that is in direct competition with this? Because they're completely different, You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to give God credit for science, you have to give him credit for all all processes, all matter, everything. The reason why I'm saying is you're gonna see it. I've already watched this video, so I'm trying to give you the I'm trying to give you the presupposition so you can already be equipped with the breastplate of righteousness and the sword of faith and all that bullshit. I'm trying to set you up early, so when he starts saying this shit, you already understand what's going on. But it says if God took away our free will and forced us to love him, that would not be love. That's what the bottom of the screen says right there. But I want to remind you that all of this is part of his plan. And when they feel like it, God has the whole world in his hand. When they feel like it, God is in control. And remember now, God can't come down and talk to you and address you directly or help you directly. What God does, according to them, is he sends angels. He sends people, meaning God controls people, meaning everybody on this planet is being controlled like a puppet if a God exists, which goes back to the first thing he said. God did not create robots. Yes, he did. Because every time something good happens, what do? They say, thank you, God. They give God credit, meaning God is controlling us, meaning we're just robots, meaning we're just puppets, meaning God is in control of everything, meaning every time someone steals, kills, rapes, destroys something, hurts a family member, abuses a child, strangles a fucking dog, or kick a cat in the stomach, or hurt a mother. This is God working. The reason why I'm giving God now, if a Christian was watching this, they would say something like, you just don't want to take responsibility for your actions. But that's not the case. I do want to take responsibility for my actions. The problem is every time I do something good, they say you must be a Christian. Every time I do something good, they say, man, God working through you, boy. Every time I do something good, they give God credit. So if we're going to play that game, pick up your controller and cut this motherfucker on for real. Let's take it all the way. If he going to get credit for everything I do good, well, when I shit in the street and I push an old lady in that said shit, he gets the credit for that, right? If I rob a jewelry store tomorrow, he gets the credit for that. For the fucking reasons I just mentioned, motherfucker. But let's keep going.
And if God would have
let me go back a little bit so we can, because I done talked too long.
Angels and also ultimately mankind, he created all of us with free will. He created us with the ability to choose to obey, to choose not to obey, to choose between good and evil. And if God would have controlled Satan in such a way that it was not possible for Satan to choose evil instead of good, then God would also have been removing free will, which would have been against his original intent for creation. Now,
okay, that last part he just said, I would like to remind everyone that there are stories in the Bible where God controls people and he steps in and impedes on their free will, right? With the whole Pharaoh hardening his heart and all that shit. There are other instances where God steps in and helps his chosen people. There are instances where God steps in and, you know what I'm saying, he is they want to do this whole, if God would have controlled Satan to do good, then he would be going against he already went against everything he's quote unquote stood for, came up with in the beginning. All of this shit is fucking stupid and contradicts itself. You don't get man. This is not. It's okay. Now I understand that this was just a video game, which is why I always reference it's just a fucking game and I'm playing alone. But this is our real life we're toying with here. We can't just go around basing it off of a book of bullshit, because all of this comes from the book of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And when he talks, it's so hard not to hear. Like it's so hard not to just shut him out, but it's so hard. But it's like they think we're closed-minded, but we're not. We're listening and we're sitting here together watching this bullshit. And it's like he just don't know what the fuck he talk about. Honestly, in my opinion, he sounds like he can't put, like, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I know how to put two and two together. On this hand, God controls, God has the world in his hand. God has a plan. We're all a part of it. Whether we do, regardless of what we do, is all part of his plan. Then on this hand, you say, if God didn't control Satan to leave disobey and to rebel. God didn't create Satan to rebel, but God created Satan. God didn't create Satan to rebel, but God created the free will that he gave Satan. God didn't create Satan to rebel, but he knew every choice Satan was going to make before he made it. And even though he had the foreknowledge of all those choices, he let it play out. Now, the analogy they will give you is the Christians will say some shit like, you have a movie that you watched 100 times just because you have a movie that you've watched 100 times just because you done seen the movie and you know how it's going to end. Does that mean you're not going to watch it? Now, the problem with this is another problem that we're going to get into later on in his video. The problem with this is we're not fucking gods. We're humans watching television. Stop comparing us watching reruns and watching our favorite movies to a fucking God with foreknowledge creating everything in the universe. You got to stop making that comparison, because on one hand, he's going to say this in this video, but on one hand, they tell us we don't fucking know this God. We can't understand him. And on the next hand, they compare him to shit we have direct contact with. I know what it feels like to watch TV and watch a movie 100 fucking times. So if you compare your God to something I have direct contact with, that means I know him. That means I can understand what's the fuck going on. That means I get to make a comparison. I get to draw a conclusion too. But when we do it, it's why you don't get to say that about God. You can't judge God because you don't understand God. Yet you do. Yet you know him enough to compare him to my human experience of watching movies and shit. That's the whole spiel. If you tell them what I just said, that's what they would give you. They would give you the whole, well, if you say some shit like, but God knew everything before it happened, they gonna say some shit like, well, just because you done, they're gonna give you some trying to make an analogy between God and all powerful God and your human experience. How do they? I don't understand. I don't get how they get to do that, but we can't. Let me finish. We're gonna get back in there. I gotta stop this nigga every time.
With that being said, premise number 2, why did God create angels in the first place? Well, the Bible says in Hebrews chapter 1, verse 14, that angels were created to serve and to worship God. It says here, therefore, angels are only servants, spirits sent to care for people who will inherit salvation. So,
okay. Now, his second premise was that, why did God create angels in the first place? Now listen, his first premise was we're not robots. Yet, what the second would say? Angels are here to fucking serve and worship. And all powerful, all knowing God needs to be served and worshiped, y'all. Let that sink in. I can do everything that I want with the blink of an eye, snap of it's God we're talking about here, y'all. We can't really fathom his power. His power is greater than anything you can fathom. Yet he needs to be served and worshiped. But we're not robots, right? We weren't manufactured in a factory, put together piece by piece. Yet he created the angels with a specific one or two purposes. Where's the free will in not? I don't want to serve you. I don't want to worship you. Oh, if you do that, look what happens to you. You get treated like Satan. He casts you down with the fire and all that shit. That's what happens if when you exercise your free will, you get punished for it. All the angels that he created, he created them to serve and worship. Then he created one angel I ain't gonna say one. It's probably other angels that rebel with Satan or whatever. I don't know the story that well, but on this, he created all these angels to serve and worship him. And on this hand, he created all these angels and demons or whatever to rebel against. He wanted this. He created this madness himself. And I don't understand why. I guess it's so boring being a fucking God that you just come up with shit. You gotta, but okay. So I want to add this. If he created the angels to serve and worship him, well, what the fuck? I wonder what he created us for. Because he already got everything he needs. If the angels are serving and worshiping him, he have people to do. He have creation. He has created something that can do whatever he wants it to do. And he created something that can worship him and kiss his ass and wash his feet every day like he likes it. You know, whatever he like, mani petty. You want some kitchen, you want something out the kitchen, he got everything he need. Why if he already has a big ass handful of servants and worshipers like sheep, you know, he has a flock in heaven. Why did he create us in earth to bring us down here just to go through quote unquote hell? Now listen to me. I want y'all to lock in. The whole point of us worshiping God and following his teachings on earth is so that we can go up to heaven and become servants and worshipers, because that's what the angels are. If we go to heaven, we're gonna be doing what? Serving and worshiping. That's what we're gonna be doing. So listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to say. The reward for serving him and worshiping him on earth is to go to heaven, to die and go to heaven and serve and worship. Listen to what this guy just said. He said God created angels to serve and worship. The angels are in heaven with God. You mean to tell me I got to spend my whole life serving and worshiping and dodging bullets, getting my ass kicked because you won't fucking help me, going through all this trauma, losing loved ones. Now I got to die. Now I got a fucking illness. I got back pain. I got a stroke. My knees about to break. My ankles. My body deteriorates. And I got to worship you and serve you through that all just to get to heaven and do the same shit over for eternity. But God loves you. But God cares about you. How? What? I need to make a video and I need to call it, what is the benefit of what is the benefit of worshiping this God in heaven? What benefit do angels gain from worshiping God in heaven? Hold on. I see that super chat, Isaiah. I just didn't want to stop. I'm finna get to it. But what is the benefit? What is the benefit to all of this? What's the benefit? Because the angels directly, I'm talking about like maybe they have, but the angels the angels that he initially created, they were already in heaven. The angels that he initially created, they were already serving and worshiping in heaven. They didn't have to go through anything on earth to get to that point. So God really showing favoritism, if you ask me. If the reward is to serve and worship, yet we got to go through all this hardship just to get the same thing that the fucking angels already got. That means he created them in a better position than us. But he don't love us like he loved them. If he loved us the same way he loved them, we'll be in heaven. It wouldn't be no earth. It'll be everybody just created in heaven to serve and worship. If that's the goal, if that's the end goal anyway, you see what I'm saying? Ask a Christian. I got this gum. Hello. Shit. Put that down. If you ask a Christian, what is the benefit of giving your life to Christ? They're going to say, because I get to go to heaven. What did he just say though? What's in heaven? To serve and worship. We already doing it on earth. So why is it that he created mankind to come down here and fucking suffer just to get the same shit that the angels already got? The angels that he created already got the end goal, the reward, to be at his feet, to bask in his glory. They already getting it. We gotta get our ass kicked down here just to get the same shit they got up there. Where the love in that at? How does God love you? By putting you through these, because everything is a test from God now. You mean to tell me I gotta get tested just to get the same shit that the angel Michael, and if you ever seen Supernatural, I gotta go through tests and trials and tribulations and take pride in my suffering like Jesus did just to get the same shit that the angels already got in heaven? That's a shitty deal. If we're in the business of comparing what God does to what, like, because remember earlier in the stream, I was telling you that if you were to bring up how God knows everything before it happens, they're going to give you an example of how we knew something before it happened and we still did it anyway. Like watching a movie like my favorite movie is The Lion King. They would tell me, well, you know how a Lion King ends and you still watch it anyway. So since we are in the business of comparing God to us when we have tough topics like this, since we're in that business, we're gonna stay down that route. If God was a person on earth and he walked up to you and told you, hey, if you do this job for me, I will let you do this job for me. Let Bar cook now. Don't let it go over your head. Let's say I have a job for you right now. This is me using myself as an analogy to God. I have a job for you cleaning shit out of a stopped up toilet. If you clean this shit out of this stopped up toilet for me, I will let you clean this shit out the stopped up toilet for me. Is that a good deal? Please let me know in the chat. Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal? Because in heaven, you serve and worship. To get to heaven, you got to serve and worship. Where is the reward? Where is the true benefit? Oh, I forgot. The true benefit is not to get your motherfucking ass cast out to the lake of fire if you believe in a literal hell or whatever. However you want to play it. Souls can't burn, but let's play the game anyway. You know, you're gonna the punishment for not serving and worshiping is separation from God, torture and pain and suffering and unimaginable torment, etc., etc. And the benefit of serving and worship is, the reward for serving and worshiping is to serve and worship. That's crazy. Do atheists have proof of what? I'm gonna do a when I'm done with this video ain't that long. When I'm done with this video, I'm gonna do a like a after party Satan. Hold on to me. But hey, thank you for the super chat thing. God is not worthy of my worship. Let me keep it going. I done talk too long.
So we must understand that God's initial or original intent in creating.
We're not robots, but God designed us. Keep that in mind.
Satan, which we'll talk about. So we must understand that God's initial or original intent in creating Satan, which we'll talk about in just a moment, was for him to worship God and for him to serve God, just like the other angels do. Now, with that being said, the third premise, and I'm actually going back on something I said a moment ago, is that God did not create Satan. God actually created Lucifer. So we have.
Look, bro, he trying to play this whole Satan means something different than Lucifer, so God didn't really create. Hey, man, stop. God created all this shit. Whether you call him Satan or Lucifer, it doesn't fucking matter. God created it, and he knew it was going to happen before it happened, so eat that. Stop trying to beat around the bush and try to word salad your motherfucking way through this. No, God created all this shit. Satan, Lucifer, the devil, the enemy, whatever you want to call him. Shit, excuse me.
We have to understand that the word Lucifer is a positive name. It's a beautiful name. It actually describes God's most beautiful created angel of all time. It means the son of the morning dawn. Now, the word Satan and the devil and other names are names that has been assigned or attributed to Lucifer as a result of him making the decision to turn away from God. And these words are more negative in nature, such as Satan means adversary, and the devil, and so on and so forth. So the idea is this: God created Lucifer with free will. Lucifer then exercised that free will to choose evil instead of good.
You see what he did there? Because what did Lucifer really do to get cast out? What did he disobey? He didn't want to serve and worship. Now if you use your free will like Lucifer did, you get punished for that. So even though God gave you free will, he contradicts himself by punishing you for not wanting to serve and worship. because that's the whole goal of Christianity. That's the whole goal of being here, is to serve and worship him so that you can get to heaven. But look at what happens when you choose, because look at what he just said. When you choose to do evil, meaning you don't want to follow these bullshit ass rules, because maybe Satan saw that this was a bullshit deal. You mean to tell me serving and worship, all that gets me is more serving and more worship? I would pass. Shit, I'd do just the same thing as Satan did. But look at what happens to you. You get cast down. You get shut out. Right? So, okay, let's say I'm not Satan though, but let's say I don't want to worship and I don't want to serve God. What's going to happen to me? Do I still get an alternative good place where the people who use free will to not worship God go? Oh, fuck no. You don't get that. So I want them to, they need to cut the crap on this whole we have free will shit, because it doesn't fucking matter. You get punished for it whether you have it or not. The consequence, you still got a fucking consequences for this shit. A free will is you can choose to go to the store or not go to the store, and nothing will fucking happen to you. Nobody's gonna run in your house and shoot you because you didn't want to go to the store. That's not the fucking case with God. If you don't want to do what he said do, it's wraps, it's curtains for your ass. But what he's trying to do, he's trying to show you that obeying God is doing everything that's good, and disobeying God is doing everything that's evil. But there are things that God will ask you to do, has asked humans to do, that has a negative result on our well-being and physical health, etc., etc. God has told people to go into cities and slaughter every fucking body, children included. God killed children. God instructed others to kill children. Now they don't if they're gonna bring up the Old Testament, fuck that. We don't care about that. We're gonna stop calling the Old Testament the Old Testament. We're gonna start calling it the foundation, what the religion is built on, where the religion comes from, and what's still in the book in the beginning, the Genesis. The Genesis of this religion is those who do not worship this God must be put to death. The Genesis of this religion is take the little boys who disrespect their elders, tie their ass to the gate, and throw rocks at them. Bitches who you thought was witches, that rhyme, put that in the rap. Bitches who you thought was witches, you burn them at the stake. Yeah, if a man lies with her. So what I'm trying to show you is there are things that God, because again, doing good is obeying God's commands and what he asks you to do. There are things that God has asked humankind to do that has a negative result on us as people. Meaning we die off, we lose soldiers, motherfuckers come up missing. We attack each other if we follow God's word from the beginning to the end. So obeying God is not always good. How do I know it's not always good? Well, what is my definition of good? Does that shit hurt? Does it hurt for no fucking good reason? How about that? Because if you get a shot in your arm, it stings a little bit, but it serves a good purpose. What the fuck is getting burned at the stake? What is that hurts, and it ain't no coming back. You're gonna fucking die. So what's my definition of good? Shit that doesn't fucking hurt for no good reason, for no positive reason. I would argue that, being in the best, being healthy is a good thing for us. So if it's going against our fucking health and well-being, it's a bad thing. If you follow God's word, it's because prime example. I mean, y'all done heard the story where God tested the man, tried to get the man to kill his son. That's not always a good thing. That boy's gonna be traumatized if we try to do that today. So following God is not always good, and disobeying God is not always bad. You see what I'm saying? Because it's some fucked up shit that your God asked you to do that I won't ask you to do. To be a Christian in 2021, you have to disobey God to an extent. That's why they say we all fall short. We gotta fall short of all that's gonna be in fucking jail. You gotta fall short of the glory. You got to. In 2021, if your ass don't fall short, it's a wrap. Because now you got to go around judging people, treating people. You can talk about what would Jesus do all fucking day. Jesus and God are the same person, and God instructed some fucked up shit. Play that shit with your mama. Don't play it here. We got that already. If you follow what God asked you to do, your ass is going to be in jail. A lot of the things that God asked us to do in the beginning is illegal now. That should tell you something. That's a red flag right there. So before I press play on this shit, Following God is not always good. Obeying God is not always good. That's what I wanted you to get from the time I just paused it to now that I'm finna play it. Following God is not always good, but he's trying to dress it up as when you do evil, you disobeying God, and when you're doing good, you following God. Let me start and play it back. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go like probably 3:10. There you go.
Devil, and so on and so forth. So the idea is this: God created Lucifer with free will. Lucifer then exercised that free will to choose evil instead of good. And at that time, his name was changed from Lucifer to Satan. But just because Lucifer chose evil rather than good does not mean that God was responsible for that evil any more than God is responsible for murder, right?
Boom. Wait a minute. Okay, so he made this mistake in the beginning. He just made it again. What he was, I'm gonna play it one more time so y'all can hear him before I stop. I got to correct him right here. He missed it, and it's probably because he's a fucking Christian. He don't know no better, but he missed the perfect opportunity to get on board with what I've been saying. I'm gonna play it back like 10 seconds before this. Listen to what he say.
It does not mean that God was responsible for that evil any more than God is responsible for murder, right?
Right. He said murder. What he should have said is God is not responsible for that evil any more than he is responsible for that good. You understand what I'm saying? But he chose the word murder. He should have said good. The reason why I say he should have said good is because if we got free will, etc., we get the credit for the evil we commit in this world. And if we have free will, we get the credit for the good we commit in this world. So the problem is he needs to replace the word murder with the word good, because whether or not Satan does evil or Satan does good, Satan is responsible for that, not God. Again, the premise that he's leaving out is everything good comes from God. That's not always true. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is they are only giving God credit for good things and not the evil. It's free will when it's evil, but there are no. We make the decisions. We make the choices. If we have free will, it's all on us, good or bad. So you got to watch him, because he talking to a Christian will make you feel like you're wrong for nothing. You know, they already think automatically when you come out of your mother, you're unworthy and you're unclean and you're unholy and you deserve eternal punishment as a child, as an infant. Right? That's automatic. So you have to deal with these people your whole life with them thinking they're unclean and you're unclean. At the same time, both of y'all are evil. You got to walk around with people who think all of us are evil just because we didn't want to fucking throw rocks at our children until they fucking died. I'm just giving you an extreme example of something that God condones, and like slavery. Right? We know what God says about slavery, right? Who's advocating for slavery on a large scale right now? Chattel fucking slavery, chaining motherfuckers up by the neck and selling them. You know, who's advocating for that right now on a mass scale, where the whole group, majority of the whole group is advocating for that? None. So that is something that God condones and commands and endorses that we are against. Everything God commands is not good. Therefore, when you do good, it's not always that. You can't give God credit for everything good you do, because everything he commands is not good. And what this dude has to get through his head is, if you're going to keep crying free will, the reason why Satan is rebelling, the reason why Satan is the devil and Lucifer, and he's cast out, he's with the demons and shit like that, is because of free will. If that's what you're going to keep claiming, then you have to say anything good that we do, we get the credit for that too. If you're going to blame all this on free will, then free will gets all the blame. Oh my God, you saved that baby out of that fire. Free will. Thank free will. That's what we need to start saying. Put that on the shirt. Write that down. Thank free will, not thank God. Thank God for what? He gave us free will, remember? Thank free will. I need to make a rap about that. I know, right? They just make it up as they go, Andre. I know it. I know some of this shit ain't in there. They just be fucking talking. I'm gonna let them work. Let's go.
And good does not mean that God was responsible for that evil any more than
God is responsible for the good,
murder, right? If God creates a human being, God doesn't create a murderer.
Remember, now he just said if God creates a human being, God did not create a murderer. Remember, God creates everything, all time, space, matter, and all processes, all methods, all tools. Murder is a process, it's a system, it's a method, there's a way to kill someone. You got to make their heart stop breathing. Whichever way you're gonna do it is a process. First, you put your fucking hands around their neck and you choke their ass till they die. That's one way. Or you see how I'm saying? Is you can stab them, you can shoot them. There's a process, there's a method. God created science, which is a method, and God created murder because murder is an action. Murder is a verb. You can murder someone. It's a verb. God created all verbs, all nouns, all person, places, things, adjectives, pronouns. He created all that shit. We got to give him credit for everything if we're going to give him credit now. So when he says God created a human, not a murderer, I disagree. Who created murder? God didn't create murder? Okay, well, God didn't create science either. That means all of the new information we have found out that goes against the Bible or disproves what the fuck the Bible say, that's separate from God. God didn't create that. Meaning you don't get to say, well, God is allowing us to use science to prove his existence, or God is, you know, like evolution and all that kind of bullshit like that. God is on the side of evolution because God created evolution. God created all these scientific theories, all this bullshit you talking about. God just wants us to find him that way. That's it. Science comes from God. No, it doesn't. Because if science comes from God, murder comes from God. Both are a method. It's a method. The scientific method and the murder method, motherfucker. Yeah. The murder method, the rape method. How do you rape someone? How do you physically abuse someone? How do you sexually assault someone? How do you kill someone? What is gravity? Sound the same to me, don't it? What is this made out of? How do you get this? How do you do that? It's answering all of it. It's just answering the fucking question. You see what I'm saying? It's all answering the question. So if God created humans and not murderers, cool. Well, that means God didn't create science. He created the world, and science goes against God. Because murder goes against God, right? Murder is a method to kill someone. How do you get rid of someone? How do you stop a heartbeat? You murder them. So God didn't create murder. He didn't create murderers. He didn't create science or scientists. That means because once we find more information, more answers to these hard-hitting questions that we don't fucking know nothing about, you can't get to claim that. You claim your fucking Bible and your God. You leave everything else to us. We get the credit for everything else because, let me go back, play it one more time. What did he say? He said, God did not create what, y'all? Let's listen to him.
Evil any more than God is responsible for murder, right? If God creates a human being, God doesn't create a murderer.
See what I'm saying? God does not create murderers, y'all. He didn't create the process to murder someone.
That human being makes the conscious choice to murder someone.
And if that human being makes the conscious choice to do good for someone, that human being gets the credit too. Thank free will. Do not thank your God.
If God creates a human being, God doesn't create thieves. He creates human beings who at some point in their life choose to steal from someone.
When God creates the person who cures cancer, he didn't create the cure for cancer or the person to cure the cancer. He just created the person. Meaning, we don't get to thank God for no cure to no disease, no illness, no virus, no sickness, no none of that. That's us. Because he just said God does not create. God just creates you. Everything you do is your fault, good or bad. And you're going to take responsibility for that. Meaning, God does not get credit for what Hitler did. And God does not get credit for what Martin Luther King did. God does not get credit for what motherfucker Harriet Tubman did, and he do not get credit for what Stalin. They love to talk about all these genocidal maniacs that's just so happen to be motherfucking atheists, but really ain't atheists when you actually do some research on these motherfuckers. But let's play that game, right? That young man that's growing up and changing the world and all this good shit going on through the people who are doing good things in this world. God didn't create them to do those good things. He did not, because according to Alan Parr, God does not create thieves and murderers. He does not create what's the fucking word? He doesn't create therapists do a good job of helping you through your problem. He does not create motivational speakers. He did not create physical therapists or doctors or scientists or nurses, all these people who doing great things in our society. He didn't create them to do those things. He didn't create those processes according to him. God just created. God is like a deist God. He just created us and stepped back and gave us free will and let us go at it. If this is the case, what he's saying, God doesn't create murderers. God doesn't create thieves. God does not create doctors. God does not create scientists. God does not create social activists. God does not create motherfucking civil rights movement leaders. He didn't create none of that. He doesn't get credit for any of this shit. Meaning, as black people, why the fuck was we spending all our time in the church giving credit to God, giving thanks to God, when according to this brother, he don't believe God created that. He doesn't say that outright himself, but he said God does not create thieves and murderers. I'm just taking it a step further and using an analogy with something that's good that God did not create. Oh, I forgot. We can't do that because everything good comes from God. But that's not always true. That's not always true. We see that with, I don't know, slavery. I don't know, fucking mass genocide, killing children, sending bears to kill children because they made a joke about an old man. That came from fucking God. Oh, that's good. Would you do that? Now, the reason why I'm asking you, would you do that, is because they love to, I'm going to keep saying this, they love to compare and contrast God to us. So, would you fucking send bears to kill children that made fun of you and your haircut? Would you? Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
Same way, the Bible says that everything that God created was good.
I told you what he was going to say. Everything that God created was good. What'd I tell you? Told you he was going to say that bullshit. Let's keep going.
It was very good. It was beautiful. But Lucifer chose to exercise his free will in the direction of evil. Think of it this way. If you raise your children.
I want you to pay attention to what he's about to do. I'm going to go back a little bit. Right now, he's about to commit the ultimate sin against me. He's about to use an analogy and compare what we know and what we have direct contact to what God did. Listen to him. Watch this. Let me go back a little bit so you can hear his whole sentence. I want you to listen to him. Listen to what he's about to do. I'm going to let him talk. I ain't going to stop. I'm going to talk the whole time. Just watch this.
Chose to exercise his free will in the direction of evil. Think of it this way. If you raise your children up with godly principles and one day they murder somebody or they turn away from you, is that your fault, right? Are you completely and totally responsible for the decisions that your children make? Absolutely not.
Did you see that? Yeah. Did you see what he just did there, people? He said, if you raise your kids up on godly principles and they decide to murder someone, are you responsible? Right. And so the same way, if God created us and gave us free will, he's not responsible. He can't control us. Now he just tried to compare us and what we do with raising our kids to God. He said, you're not going to know if your child, hold on, let me go back. You're not going to know if you raising a murderer or not. You're not going to know. I'm pretty sure Michael Myers' mama didn't know she was raising a murderer. Right. I'm pretty sure Hitler's mama didn't think at the age of 6, wow, this boy's going to grow up and kill a lot of people or get a lot of people killed. You don't know. You raising your kid to be good, God-fearing people, and they just happen to murder someone. That's not your fault because you didn't raise them that way and you didn't know that they was going to do that. But the fucked up part of this is you're not God. You are not God. God is God. You don't have perfect knowledge of everything. God does. So when you raise your child up and they go out and murder people, that's different than a God creating us knowing we're going. God, if you're gonna tell me, okay, God knows every sex offender, every child abuser, every murderer, every thief, every killer. He knows every last one of them before they great grandparents were even thought of. Let's not play that game. So they have to get out of the business of comparing God to us. Us raising children is nothing like a fucking God snapping his fingers and creating all this. It's nowhere near the same, and it's dishonest to compare us to God. It's dishonest to compare our process of raising children to what a God did, because the moment you do this, the moment you fuck up and do this, I'm coming back with mine. Oh, so you just compare God to us. Under what circumstances would you send a bear to kill children? That's what I would ask this man. Under what circumstances would you send bears to maul children? Under what circumstances would you tell a group of men to go in the city and kill everyone but the little girls that hasn't slept with someone? Under what conditions would you do that? I'm listening. I wouldn't do that under any conditions. Your God did. Well, he's God. He's higher than us. We can't understand him. We don't know his ways. His ways. Tell me if I'm fucking up now. What they gonna tell you? His ways are higher than our ways. Oh my Lord. His ways are higher than our ways. He understands things on a level we can't comprehend. Okay, motherfucker. Why the fuck are you comparing him to us then, bitch? Why are you comparing him to us? Why are you giving us examples of things we have direct contact with and using it as a segue to God? What did he just say? He just said, if you raise a child up with godly principles, you're not going to fucking know they're a murderer. If you raise a child up with godly principles, you're not going to expect them to be a murderer. If you raise a child up the right way, he think God is the right. If you raise them up the right way, you're going to be surprised if they become a murderer. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be surprised, I would say. So, are you to blame when your child goes out and kills someone else, even though you raised them up to be good people? Are you to blame when your child goes out and murders someone? No, you're not to blame. And you're not a fucking God either. You didn't design him that way. You don't know your fucking child's mind. You don't know inside their brain. You didn't create their soul. You didn't put them together like God did. You're not a fucking God. God is a God. So why on earth, no pun intended, you see what I did there? Why on earth are they on earth they're comparing God to us? So that means we gods. Can I snap my fingers and cure all this corona? No, I'm not a God. Can God do it? Yes. Would I do it if I was God? Yes. Why hasn't God done it yet? You don't get to say that. God is higher than us. We can't understand God. Okay, stop fucking comparing him to me then. Stop comparing him to my mama. I don't play by my mama. Stop comparing your bitch ass God to us raising kids. Please, for the sake of everything holy and unholy and clean in this world. Read you a Bible verse or something. Stop fucking comparing God to us. Like with the debate that Shane had. God is like a gardener. Stop doing that. You got to stop that, baby. That puts you in the hole. You're in debt with me, and now I get to come back with mines. Mines are worse. Would you stand by and let a child get sexually abused? Would you stand by and let a man get sexually abused? Would you stand by and let a woman get sexually abused? No, you would not. Your God did. Well, God is higher than us. Okay, why the fuck are you? Let me go back. Let me play it again for everybody who wasn't paying attention. And let me show you what he said. Now, listen to what he said. Let me go back. I think I went back too far.
They murder somebody or they turn away from you. Chose to exercise his free will in the direction of evil. think of it this way. If you raise your children up with godly principles and one day they murder somebody or they turn away from you, is that your fault, right? Are you completely and totally responsible for the decisions that your children make?
Are you responsible for the decisions that your children make, y'all? What he's trying to say is God is not responsible for the evil we do the same way we're not responsible for the evil our children do. The only problem with that is they're forgetting that God created all of this according to them. God is in control of all of this according to them, meaning everything that happens does not go unwatched. God sees all. We don't see all. When I go to sleep tonight, if my brothers and sisters go out and rob a grocery store, I didn't see that. I was asleep. Yo, God saw that and he knew it was going to happen before it happened. Let's not play the game. Let's not play that game. Why are you so upset, Mr. Black Atheist Man? Well, I have a big ass group of people treating people different and not keeping bullshit to themselves and worshiping some shit that cannot be proven, doesn't make fucking sense, and does not add up logically when we have a serious discussion about it. Right? That's why I'm upset. Imagine if you walked up on a group of people eating shit, cooking shit, boiling shit, putting shit on sandwiches, just shit everywhere, motherfucking feces everywhere. How would you feel? You'd be like, y'all gotta stop. That's what I'm doing. The problem with what I do is nobody likes me. Nobody likes what I do here. The people who believe the bullshit are mad, and the people who don't believe the bullshit but are too afraid to say something, they mad too. Everybody want to tell me stop doing what I'm doing. I ain't never heard a motivational speaker get booed out. I ain't never heard somebody tell a motivational speaker, why are you going to the hood and trying to encourage all these people to do something with their lives? Let them be indoctrinated with the streets. Why are you helping them? Because they care. Why do I do what I'm doing? Because I care. It's called love. It's heart. My heart is beating for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got people that I would wish would fucking wake up because we have, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to eat. All of us. Now, there are a few people who can run a mega church and get a lot of money from being a Christian. The rest of us are fucking get it how we live. There are people right now homeless with nothing, praying to fucking God, thinking something gonna fall out of the sky. There are people right now wishing on a fucking star, looking to the clouds and shit, asking for, why you taking my brother? Why you taking my mama? Help me, please. I got cancer, God. It's not working. We have people wasting their time. Time is money. Time is all you have, and you don't get time back. You can spend $1 and get $1 back. You ain't getting this fucking time back. I don't want you to waste I care about you so much. I don't want you to waste your fucking time on bullshit. Well, I'm wasting my time just in case there's a safe place for me after I die. I would like to inform you that that's not a fucking safe place, dumbass, because the reward for serving and worshiping God on earth is to go to heaven and do what, class? Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a Christian, serving and worshiping every fucking day was hard. You got to get up at a certain time. You got to make sure you read the Bible before you get your day started. You got to pray for all your meals before all your meals. You got to pray before you go to bed. You got to be in the Word. You got to go to church on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday Bible study, vacation Bible study, church for kids, after school programs. Give all this 10% every time you fucking walk in the church. That's a lot. Church is a lot. It's a big ass responsibility. It's a big ass requirement. It takes a lot of time to get into the Word and to know God. So let's not talk about like, let me cook this shit. Let's not talk about religion like this is just a pastime people do on the weekend. This is not like NFL. This is not just a Sunday ticket. No, they practice this shit Sunday to Sunday. Okay, then. You're wasting your fucking time. You're spending your time on some bullshit you can't prove and you don't care to prove. If you don't care to prove that this shit is right or true, that's fine. Are you going to keep it to yourself? No. You're going to post it on your Facebook. You're going to teach your kids about it. You're going to brainwash the people around you. You're going to force feed this shit to everybody in your life. And then when I sit down in front of you and ask you the hard questions, you can't fucking answer them, but you're going to waste your whole life, your time, your money. This is your real money, your fucking time that you can't get back. That's the money. That green shit, These little cards and shit, the little chip that you put in the chip reader, that ain't shit. You can get that back. If you make $5 an hour, you can go make 20 somewhere else. You can get the little $5 back. You ain't getting that fucking time back. That 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, you can't get that back. I'm cooking. I know Thanksgiving already passed. Bitch, get your plate. I'm cooking this shit. You cannot get your fucking time back. I spend so much time trying to show people the way because I don't want you to waste your fucking time. Is your time money or not? Do you care about your time or not? How do you feel about your time? I just want to spend my time doing whatever the fuck is stupid. That's the new trend that just make people feel good. In this millennia, 100 years, that was polytheistic first. They believed in multiple gods first. That was the dumb wave at first. Then they went to one. Majority of people went to one. This the new wave. Next, they gonna worship fucking I don't know, rocks, or they're gonna go back to worshiping rocks in phone cases or some shit. They're gonna go back to worshiping motherfucking chargers and dongles and shit. This gonna be the new God in a minute. So is it just you want to get on waste your time on a new wave, or do you care about what's true? We don't really know the fucking truth. So let's step back and say we don't know for a minute. Let's just put all this shit down until it's proven. That's what I want us to do. Because the trip part of this, while we're waiting on this shit to be proven or disproven, you're still utilizing it. You're still basing your life on it. You're still treating people wrong because of it. You're still bullying people who don't believe. Yeah, they're going to tell you, they're going to tell y'all they keep their religion to themselves. They're going to tell y'all they're not causing harm to us. They're going to tell y'all they don't care if you don't believe or not. That's not fucking true. It's not true. I got backdoor for not believing in God. I lost a job for not believing in God. I was treated different on a job for not believing in God. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, and we're gonna go back to the video. I was in this group chat thing. I had just became an atheist. I was in this group chat thing, and we was doing like a little side hustle thing where we like help people fix their credit or whatever. My name in the group chat was Black Atheist Rants. Don't y'all know these motherfuckers sent me a personal message telling me to change my name because there were pastors and preachers in the group? But we don't get treated different. Yes, we fucking do. Meaning, even though we can't prove this bullshit, while we still trying to prove it, they still treating us wrong. They still treating us different. They still giving us the side eye. They don't even know what fucking not believe. They don't even know what an atheist is, but everybody got a fucking opinion on some shit. It takes 2 minutes to look up a video on what a fucking atheist is. None of these motherfuckers Googling this shit. Everybody think atheists worship the devil and we eat fucking kids and drink blood and we hate God. Fuck your God, bitch. I hate you. I hate the way you using this fucking religion. Fuck your God. If we gonna get down to the nitty gritty, I hate the motherfuckers that's treating us different because of this bullshit. They can't fucking prove. That's who I fucking hate. I hate the indoctrination. I don't think your fucking God exists. I talk shit about him because I know that's gonna get your panties in a bunch. That's why I do that. Let me get back to this shit. Look at this. If you go to church for 60 years, that's 9,360 hours of bullshit. Time you cannot get back. The Black community does not have financial literacy under its belt. We're gonna spend, look at this. We're gonna spend 9,360 hours on church. Imagine that 9,360 hours was spent on learning how to fucking run a imagine that we spend more time in the financial literacy classes than we did in the Bible studies. Because I was in Bible study. I mean, I was at the church every day after school. They didn't teach me how to balance a checkbook, how to write a check, what's a route number, what's an account number. You know what they gave me? The fucking Bible. They didn't teach me about credit. They don't know the ins and outs to the real shit we need to survive. We don't need money. We need financial literacy. My church didn't teach me that. I went to that church after school every fucking day for them that 7 years. What they give me? The Bible. I know more about Noah's Ark. I'm through. Let me get back to the video because I'm cooking right now. Let me get back to the video.
Absolutely not. In the same way, God is not responsible for the decisions that we make.
You're not responsible for your kids becoming a murderer the same way God is not responsible for the decisions we make. He just used us in comparison to God. Would you watch children get sexually abused? Would you stand by if you could change it? Would you let cancer ensue? Would you have let people die from COVID? If you now he compared us to God. I'm doing the same thing. Would you condone slavery, endorse slavery? If you could create the perfect world without all this bullshit, would you create it? If you could save someone's life, would you? If you could end world hunger, would you? Again, he compared us to God. I'm doing the same thing. Would you send bears to maul children? We can't do that, can it? You don't get to do that because God is hard to us, and his ways are higher than our ways, and they could do. Yeah, that's how they fucking sound saying that bullshit. That's how I fucking sound. Look at this. God is not responsible for the decisions we make the same way we are not responsible if we raise a child and that child becomes a murderer. So God is like a human then. So God is a bitch. All those things we say about God are true then. Right? If he gets to compare God to us, don't we? Why is it that God's ways are only higher than our ways when it's some fucked up shit we don't have an explanation? Anytime we don't have an explanation for some fucked up shit, God's ways is higher than ours, and God's ways are, you guessed it, mysterious. I'm cooking right now. Oh my Lord. Pray for me. I'm dropping a song, y'all. We actually just finished a song. I ain't posted yet, though. I'm trying not to post all the songs. I want the mixtape to come out at one time, but the songs be so hard, we just be posting them whole, but I'm gonna have to slow down on that and just tell Blake these, man, we're gonna post them bitches all together at the same time. So we don't, because if we post all the, I'm off track, but if we post all the songs every time we make one, when the mixtape come out, every song on the mixtape, y'all gonna be done heard. So I know y'all waiting on that new music to drop, but I gotta say something for the actual tape that's coming out. I can't just post every damn song, but we finishing. We got I got some shit, but let me get back to the video though. But yeah, they get to compare us to God. So do you. God is our bitch. He like a bitch he like a stripper. Remember what I said in my song? Yo, God is my bitch. I treat him like a stripper. Yeah. God is my bitch. I make him get on his knees. I play with this God and I do what the fuck I want to with this religion because it's mine. I control this shit. Your God is whatever I say he is any given day when I feel like it. Motherfuckers. Let me get back to it though. Man, Oz be playing. He ain't trying to get on no track. He ain't gonna be trying to get on no track. He playing. Let me get back to the video though.
God does not control the things that we do, because if he did, he would once again be removing free will, which is against what he initially intended for his creation. Premise number 4 is that evil is present so that God can demonstrate his love towards us. So the real
this man said evil is present so God can demonstrate his love to us. You mean to tell me God can't demonstrate his love without the presence of evil? You mean to tell me he had to create evil to love us? So I gotta beat your ass and treat you like the enemy so I could treat you like the friend after? Would you do this? I want to know what you do with this God did. Would you create evil so that you can love me later? I don't think nobody who actually cares about you would do that, but God does it, and it's okay because he's God.
real question that we really need to be asking here is not necessarily why did God create Satan, but why did God even create me? Why did God even create you? Because we are.
I want to let you know he's not about to answer this question. He's about to dodge it. He's not about to answer the question. Why did God create us? Listen now. This is the fucked up part about Christianity. Listen to what he's about to say.
Just as guilty as Satan, because Satan's initial sin, Lucifer's initial sin rather, was to walk in pride. He
said, God, why did God create us? And he answers the question by saying, because we're just as guilty as Lucifer. He also brought up initial sin. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I would like for somebody to tell me what the fuck is my initial sin? What did I do? What was the first thing that I did that was so wrong that I was automatically guilty of all charges and needed to be put in the sunken place? Somebody please tell me what my initial sin was, my initial wrongdoing. What, I shitted on my mama's shirt when I was in the pamper because I didn't know how to shit in the toilet? Because I pissed on myself? Because I burped too hard and the little white milk came out? What was mine? I want no. Somebody gonna fucking tell me my initial sin right now. I want somebody to. What was my initial sin? That was a great point, Shane. Wow. So God got to think of a way to prevent harm without removing free will, because I can do that. Make it impossible. Make it impossible. Wow. I'm sorry I ain't been reading the chat, y'all. Wow. Make it. That's all you got to do is make it impossible. Let me go back to that. If you make rape impossible, like flying is impossible, then you don't need to remove free will to prevent rape. Just make it impossible to do. Bro, I don't think you know how deep that go. You blew a buck. What is no, let's do this. Y'all, what is y'all initial sin? What is your initial sin? Somebody please tell me what their initial sin is. I need to know. What's y'all's initial sins? I guess mine was blowing a bubble. I pissed and shitted on myself. What is your initial sin? Somebody tell me what your initial sin was. You inherit sin from Adam and Eve. Now, Shane, I'm glad you said that. You don't even know how, boy, you on point like a motherfucking, hey, you on point. Now listen to me. You see what Shane said right here? Shane said you inherit sin from Adam and Eve. Now, I would like to bring something to the crowd's attention. Church, say amen. Now, congregation, listen to me. Do you notice how we all inherit sin? When it's evil, when it's against God, all of us are together and collective, right? Two people in the beginning fucked up. We all take the blame, right? We all get credit for the blame when it's fucked up. We all get credit for the blame when it's initial sin. We all get credit for the blame when it's wrong, when it's against God, when it's disobedient to God. Name me one time God let 100 motherfuckers in the heaven because two people helped some old ladies across the street. How many times you think how many times you think this happened? How many times do you think God has blessed the whole motherfucking planet because all the whole planet has inherited this sin? Name me one time God has given the whole planet a meal at the same time. Name me one thing good that God gave everybody on this planet because of two people doing something good. Name me one thing. Because if we're gonna share the blame, if we're gonna share the blame in the fucked up shit, I want to share some good shit too. I've done good in my life. I would like to pass this on, God. I want to share this shit with my brothers and sisters. Can I or can I not? If I make it to heaven, which I'm probably not, can I bring 100 motherfuckers with me? Or does it not work that way? No. So if I can't pay the price for them, how the fuck do I have an initial sin? How do you inherit some shit you ain't had nothing to How did I inherit something I ain't had nothing to do with? Is the Garden of Eden tattooed on my forehead? Is it come on now. I'm not to blame for that. I didn't have nothing to do with that. That ain't my fucking fault if that did happen. And you're not about to blame me for shit. Some motherfuckers, I don't even know they real. I don't even know what they look like. How the fuck are you gonna blame me for some shit I ain't had nothing to do with? You know what you can do, God? It's two, one, two. You created me with two of these motherfuckers. You know what to do. You sit them on your sit them on your tongue, bitch. I ain't inherent. I ain't got no initial nothing. This is the problem with Christianity. We're in initials, man. Hey, man. I ain't got initial none. Only thing that's initial on me is the D and the I in my name. Ain't no motherfucking initial shit. I ain't did nothing. I ain't paying the price for that, baby. I don't deserve no punishment because I ain't had nothing to do with it. All this, we got initial sin. No. Fuck is you talking about? Let me read the chat. I ain't even see your comment. Chill out. What you say? I ain't see your comment. What up, Shane? You said what up, Shane? Bar. Do you look at the comment? I wasn't looking at the comment tonight. I'm sorry. Cause you know when I'm doing the reaction, I be on the other screen. He said, free. I'm reading the comments now though. I was born with a full head of thick, glossy locks. That was my sin. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Exactly. Sage the Little Helper says, free will is so hard to get around. Not even the all-powerful God can get around it. Shane said, white Christians say we inherit sin because Adam and Eve are ancestors to sin. But do they apologize for slavery? No. No. Because they aren't responsible for the sins of their ancestors. See how that works? Wow. They are whole white Christians accountable for all the crimes of their ancestors when they say you inherit sin. Now they don't want that, Shane. You better leave them alone. And that's too deep, man. Damn. That's too deep, boy. Right. But see, Shane, my question is, does it go the other way though? If all humankind are connected with initial sin, do all of us get the credit for what Martin Luther King did? If Martin Luther King is in heaven right now, and God, you know what God let happen to Martin Luther King? Do we get to get in free because Martin Luther King did a great job down here, closest thing to Jesus I done seen? Do we get in free? The bill is only a team bill when it's something bad. All of us got to pay when it's fucked up. But when it's good, you split he's splitting the bill when it's something good. When it's something bad, he put all our orders on the same ticket. Yep. Right. Is that how it's gonna work though? If there are two of us in heaven, that means two out of all the people that have ever existed, because Adam and Eve was two. So if two of us are in heaven right now, shouldn't all of us get in free because two of us made it? If all of us are gonna get punished for what Adam and Eve did, if two of us lived the life that it was actually pleasing to God, and He let just two of us in, do all of us get to go to heaven because the two that made a good impression on God. If I die and I get the judgment and I look over the gate, it's a billion motherfuckers in heaven. What about the rest of us, Jesus? Oh, it don't work like that. There's no such thing as initial grace and what's the word? Initial salvation. Ooh. We have initial sin, but not initial salvation. We have inherited sin, the sin of our ancestors, but not the salvation. Oh, let me write that down. What's that shit called? The don't. What's that shit called? Original sin. That's what it's called. That's what they call it. Original sin versus original salvation. And you want to know what the fucked up thing is? They'll tell you. A smart Christian would tell you, you do have salvation. But you gotta accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior to get it. No, 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 bitch. I want salvation without kissing no ass. I want salvation just off the wham, off the muscle. I don't want to worship shit for mine. You give me my original salvation the way you gave them original sin. I'm responsible for original sin, even though I ain't had nothing to do with it. If there are at least 2 people in heaven, I want credit for that original salvation. I want credit for that salvation that you gave them. Since you saving bitches, since you saving motherfuckers, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, Elohim, whichever one of you motherfuckers is the true God. Since you saving motherfuckers, save us just off the strength. Save us just off the muscle. Just because we human. Right. Don't we all deserve some credit? Make sure you like make sure y'all like the video. That's not how already having salvation works. Yeah. That's how we already got it, but we got to work for it a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, you just got to kiss a little ass for probably 80 years. You might not live that long, but 80 tops. The over under is 80. You probably got to kiss some ass probably 60 years to get to heaven. But you ain't even gotta breathe hard to get marked with initial sin, original sin. You're guilty by You're guilty by association when it comes to original sin and initial sin. But you're not guilty by association when it comes to your salvation and your grace and God having mercy over you. You're not. You have to earn that yourself. You have to acquire those gemstones yourself. But when it comes to original sin and being destined for hell, you get that straight out the womb, straight out the vajay, whatever you want to call it, straight out that motherfucking hole. You're marked. You call it the mark of the beast. Sin is a group project. Salvation, being saved, going to heaven, that's a one-man show. You're a one-man army when it comes to that one. What that is? Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all handle that. Let me show y'all something real quick. I thought I showed it in the beginning. I'm gonna get to it on the after show. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to it. Yes, ma'am. But let's finish this. We almost through this. Like 2 minutes left for this shit.
He was not content with his position in heaven and wanted something more.
Why would Satan be content with his position in heaven when in heaven the only thing you're going to be doing is serving and worshiping? I don't blame him. I don't fucking blame Satan.
Same way, I don't know about you, but there are times whenever I walk in pride. There are days whenever I walk in disobedience as well. But it's only in the presence of evil where God's love can brightly shine.
So God can only love you when evil is present because he's a weak ass God. He can't love you with just loving you. He got to fucking set your house on fire. Let 2 of your kids die from cancer. Let your grandmama die from COVID. Send somebody to rob you in broad daylight on your way to get a milkshake and a coffee and a McGriddle. Then in the midst of all that evil, he sends you a fucking Bible with $1 on page 3. To show his love. Yeah, Bar cooking tonight. Bar is cooking. I'm definitely cooking some Thanksgiving leftover. We don't celebrate that bullshit, but I'm cooking. I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner. You see what he did there? He said, "In the presence of evil, God's love brightly shines." I disagree. Weak ass God. Say it again, Satan. Fuck a God, bitch.
But the fact that we choose to disobey God every single day, and yet he still continues to pursue us, is a demonstration of his love. And that type of love can only...
How is God... Hold up. How is God pursuing us? You mean to tell me one of the hardest years of my life, last year, not last year, wait, last year. Yeah, that was last year. You mean to tell me God was pursuing me during that? God been pursuing me my whole life. So he watched me when I used to have to get ready for school in the restroom at school because we ain't had nowhere to stay. He watched me sleep in the car. on them cold nights. That what he did. He watched me and my mama and them be homeless all them time. That what he did. He was pursuing me. He was pursuing my mama. When I was going to church after school every fucking day and going home after ooh. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me he was pursuing me during that. Yeah, we was going to church after school, but when the nigga got home, I was hungry. He was pursuing me then. I was a Christian, full-fledged, born again, going to church every fucking day of the week. He was pursuing me then, Mr. Allen Parr. This is a slap in the face of everybody who got some hardships and some pain under their belt. I done suffered. I done got my battle scar. You mean to tell me he watched that? He was pursuing? Okay. Exactly. He just gonna watch. Pursue? How is he pursuing me? Let's keep going.
Shine in the midst of darkness. Premise number 5 is that God is the knower of evil, but not the cause of it.
This man said God is the knower of evil and not the cause of it. The Bible clearly states that he created both. You don't read your Bible. You're being dishonest to your Christian audience. You need your fucking head beat in. Shut the fuck up talking. You lying to people. The content of your character seems a little shitty right now. I don't like you. Because you done read the fucking Bible and you know how to fucking read and you can comprehend these words. You know what the fuck these words mean. It clearly states he created both, Mr. Parr. You need to get on par. You're subpar right now. Get on par, motherfucker.
So sometimes people say, well, didn't God know this was going to happen? Sure, he knew it was going to happen. That doesn't mean he is the cause of it.
God knew it was going to happen and God let it happen and he watched it happen. And even though you pray for him to stop it, it still continued. It still ensued. He pursued you. How about those fucking, look how the tables turn. You pray for God to stop it, and that was him pursuing you. That was him showing you. Because remember what he just said. God's love can only shine brightly in the midst of evil. He had to send you some harm and some hardship and some pain so he can love you first. Why the fuck are you praying for him to stop something he sent your way? He know it's gonna happen. He don't want to help you. He don't want to stop these motherfucking bullets. He don't want to cure your motherfucking COVID. Fuck your COVID. He don't want to cure no cancer. He wants you to suffer and be on your deathbed. So when you pray hard enough after going to the doctor, now you get healed. But you still have to go through chemotherapy. You still have to fucking endure that hard ass shit. Crying, can't sleep at night, all that time. Just so he can show you he love you by okay. You can play with your mama. You can't play with me though.
Right? Any more than if I'm looking at a building and I see a plane that's getting ready to crash into that building. I know it's going to happen. I can see it happening, but I'm not the cause of that. I'm not the person that's driving or flying that plane. I'm not the person that put it into the mind and into the heart of the pilot to crash that plane into that building. So it is possible for God to know something and yet not be the cause of it. Now,
I want you to pay attention to what he just said, right? Once again, comparing us to God. We can't stop a plane from crashing. Your God can. We cannot control this universe and manipulate this environment. Your God can. Your God can snap his fingers and everybody on said plane go to safety. Did he do that? Would he do that? Could he do that? Should he do that though? Once again, giving a weak ass analogy, comparing finite, stupid, ignorant humans to an all-powerful, all-good God. And all-good God would stop these motherfucking planes from crashing and killing off these. We can't stop the plane. That is why you wouldn't blame us. Exactly. When that plane crashes, we don't get the blame. Satan gets the blame. We blame Satan when something like that happens. When we should be blaming the person that created Satan, that gave Satan his power. That's exactly right, Shane. And make sure y'all, hey, look at Yes Ma'am coming. Make sure you motherfuckers supporting this shit. If you them YouTube takes a percentage of those super chats. If you trying to support the channel, man, you grown as hell. And if you got a phone and you got a credit or a debit card, you losing. Download fucking Cash App and send a fucking dollar. Type your email, type your phone number, type your little password and shit. Hook that shit up to your fucking bank account and send a fucking dollar. The dollar comes straight to me. If you use YouTube, they're gonna pull their dick out and they're gonna try to fuck you. You gonna send me $1, they're gonna take 30 cents, and now I'm left with 70. So, I mean, it take fucking 5 minutes. We grown as hell. If you trying to, hey, let me stop the show for a minute. You trying to help pay these motherfucker bills, you know what to fucking do. Download Cash App, nigga. We grown as hell. I'm gonna tell you the truth. YouTube fucking us. They fucking us for real. Download Cash App. That shit comes straight to a nigga. And just type in all cash. You send something on Cash App. We could do our own super chat shit. But that's the easy way. If you want to do it the hard way, I mean, all support is support. But if you trying to help pay these motherfucking bills, I'm gonna get back to the show. But she put this comment and I wanted to address it. Y'all know who the fuck I am. If you don't know me, you don't know what I'm about. Go see my first 2 videos. My first video and my second video, I had the same shirt on. I wore the same shirt back to back. Yeah. So I was doing this shit, the same passion and the same grit and the same enthusiasm when I ain't had shit. That red jacket, I wore that bitch for damn near a whole year making these videos. In my car, rain, sleet, snow. It was days where the car was freezing and I ain't want to crank that bitch up. I was recording videos in the cold, in the heat, all that. Y'all done been if you go back and watch my videos, you can pay attention and see every different uniform, every different job I done had. Don't play with me. I don't do this shit for no cash, but if you trying to pay these motherfucking bills, do it the right way. I don't need no money. I'm gonna shake this shit down regardless. But if you trying to help pay these bills, do it the easy way. Go to fucking Cash App. Don't waste your fucking time. YouTube don't give a fuck about you. YouTube don't give a fuck about me. Don't let Bar. Hey, most of my shit is not much. Most of my shit get. If you see an ad on my videos, that means YouTube was okay. I didn't curse it. I didn't curse that much. Most of my shit. Don't no ass pop up because of what I'm talking about. I do this shit for free. Fuck is they talking about? Yes, yelling, screaming for 6 fucking hours for free. You think I give a fuck about some cash? You think money? you think money motivates me to do this? No. You think this is about business, huh? You think this is a business, don't you? Yes, man. They think it's a business. They think this a corporate. Ooh. They think this a corporation. Let me get on a big screen for a minute. Don't fucking play with Bar. Don't play with me. When you support my shit, you supporting me because you agree with what I'm saying, because you appreciate me doing what I would have. Listen, what you don't fucking know about me, and I'm gonna get back to the show after this. What you don't fucking know is whether I was on YouTube or not, I would be doing this. Before I started my YouTube channel, I was saying the same shit in a closed door behind the curtains. All I'm doing, the only difference between me off the camera and on the camera is the camera. Come on now. You can ask any fucking body that's been around me longer than a motherfucking minute. This nigga do not change off the camera. I'm the same nigga. I don't do this. This ain't no corporation. This is not no motherfucking enterprise. This is not no motherfucking Go fund me. No, this is me being me with other people watching. That's fucking it. Support my shit because you fuck with me. You don't. No. Hey man, I don't. Stop fucking playing with me. Let me get back to the show, but don't stop fucking playing with me. The fuck is they talking about? Yeah, hey, that too. They you know that too, Shane. But I just had to let everybody fucking know that's watching. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You supporting me because you fuck with me. You ain't supporting me, you know. Hey, like I just said, you trying to help pay these motherfucker bills? Download Cash App, bro. That shit, come on, man. That shit elementary. It's come on. You make you helping everybody when you do that. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on now. I got some shit coming now. This shit gonna take off. It's gonna blow. Give me about 2 years. It'll blow. This my second year. Give me about 2 more years of this shit, man. Come on now. This shit be running on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? But I had to let motherfucker know when they see that, cause when they see that Cash App and that motherfucking, hey man, they get skeptical. Ooh, I don't wanna. You in it for the hey. Me a whole year to get monetized on YouTube. Look how many videos I posted. Look how long I was going. I was going live longer and posting more videos when I wasn't making no money off YouTube. Don't fucking play what I stand for. That's all. That's the only thing you support me. Now, if you gon', I don't mind making no money. I don't mind making money off of YouTube. I'll be doing this for free regardless. But yeah, what it download? You gonna see it. You gonna see it pop up at the end of the stream. Download Cash App. I gotta put it at the bottom. I don't even know why I ain't got it at the bottom, but it's $ all lowercase Black Atheist Rant. You can't fucking beat it. I mean, yeah. But I'm gonna get back to the show. I just had to say my spiel. Thank you for bringing it up. Yes, man. If you notice, if you ever seen my streams, everybody else gotta remind me to say that shit. Secular gotta remind me. Yes, everybody else be putting that shit more than me. I'm more about us connecting and getting the experience versus me making money off you. Send me something. Fuck with your boy. Come on. Stop playing. Stop playing like you don't know me. You actually know, if you've seen me on camera, you know me, because I'm telling you, when I turn this bitch off, damn nigga, you gonna calm down. I'm the same nigga. Come on now. Easy. Cash App come straight to my phone. Easy money. I don't even know who this is. Easy. Night Core. See to it. Easy money. That what you just sent me, all of it comes straight to me because I got a Cash App card. So I don't have to take it off. It's just on there. I'm finna get back to the show though. I just had to. Where that motherfucker at? See, I got a Cash App card. So it's based, honestly though, it's basically like when you Cash App someone, you're basically putting money directly into an account with their name on that they can go spend some money off of like that. Let's get back to the show. Appreciate that. Oh shit, my boy. That's what I'm talking about. Satan's little motherfucking helper with that donation. I appreciate that, family. You know I love you, dog. Let's get back to the show though. Y'all shout out Satan. Satan be posting videos too. Y'all make sure. Hey, Satan, put your link in the chat, man. Because even though only 15 people watching, this shit gonna get like fucking 200 views off people coming back late. Make sure you put your shit in the chat, nigga. Put your YouTube in the chat and get this shit out there. Let's go. We're gonna get back to it.
Now, the better question that we really should be asking in this video is not necessarily why did God create Satan, but rather where did evil originate from in the mind and heart of Satan to begin with? Like, how is it possible for him to be a morally good being and then all of a sudden he turns out to be this immoral being causing so much trouble, and yet all the other angels?
The answer to that question is God created him that way.
Did not. And sadly, unfortunately for this, we really cannot give an answer to this.
We cannot really give an answer to this question. We as Christians do not know where evil originates from. We're just spitting bullshit out, hoping that you get distracted by all the marvelous things we say and all the big words we use and all of this mystical, magical bullshit. We don't really fucking know, honestly, and we keeping it a stack with you. But hopefully you have enough faith to believe our words and have confidence in our bullshit based on bullshit evidence. Hopefully, maybe, somewhat faith a little bit. Yeah, he said it. He said it, y'all. He said we don't fucking know where evil originates from, even though the Bible tells us God creates it. You don't know your fucking Bible or you don't believe your Bible. Either one of those is a red flag for me.
This, we have to rely on Deuteronomy chapter 29.
Notice what book of the Bible he said rely on. Deuteronomy. You do all I'm gonna tell you is you do not want me to read Deuteronomy to you. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna leave it at that. You do not want me to read Deuteronomy. But it's ironic how they get the cherry pick whatever verse, whatever scripture, whatever book they want. If you do it, you can't do that because it's the Old Testament. Let's keep going.
Verse 29, which says, "The Lord our God has secrets known to no one."
The Lord our God has secrets known to no one. We don't know this fucking God. We don't know nothing about this God. The Bible is bullshit. This God has secrets. This God does not tell us the truth. This God does not give us answers to the questions we need answered. Yeah. Yeah. The Lord our God has secrets known to no one. How do you know the Lord our God has secrets known to no one? Because the Bible said it. Well, if that's true, how do you know anything in this book is true? How do you know this book is from God? How do you know that a God exists? How do you know that if a God exists, he loves you and cares a fuck about you? The Lord our God has secrets known to no one. We are not accountable for them, but we and our children are accountable for forever for all that he has revealed to us. How do we know he's revealed anything? What has he revealed to us? Shit. What on fucking earth can you do with just the Bible? Shit. You need other books. You need other sources. The Bible is not a guide to the galaxy. If somebody dropped your ass off on a remote fucking island in the middle of nowhere with nothing, and a Bible, you would not make it with that Bible. You would have to put that bitch down and get to it with your hands. Okay, then. The Bible is good for bedtime stories and movies, movie scripts, bedtime stories and movie scripts. Imaginary shit and fantasy. That's what this Bible is good for. Let's keep going.
We are not accountable for them, but we and our children are accountable forever for all that he has revealed to us so that we may obey all the terms of these instructions. So essentially, my friends, there is a lot of things that are very nebulous and confusing in terms of the origin of Satan. Whenever we read the Bible, we open it up in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. There is the presence of evil that we see in chapter 3, but not the explanation of how it got there.
God created it.
And then whenever you read some of the passages in Ezekiel chapter 28 and Isaiah chapter 14, and you try to piece together this existence, if you will, of some evil being, it just becomes very, very difficult in terms of how you interpret those passages. So there's a lot about Satan and his origin and how he came to being that the Bible is just silent on. And so it would be wrong for us to speak in areas that the Bible is silent on. But the good news for you and I is that regardless of how Satan got here, God one day is going to overcome all of the evil that we're experiencing on this earth.
Why would he do that? Why would God come and overcome? Why would God come down and do that? Why would he overcome all the evil on this earth? Now, I would like to remind y'all that whenever we ask God to do the things whenever we ask God to do the things he just said God is going to do, they always reply with, God didn't create robots. He doesn't want robots. So why the fuck is he coming down and doing the shit I'm asking him to do later on? Why not do it now? He doesn't want to right now. So he's being fucking lazy, or he doesn't give a fuck about this bunch of people, this group, this batch. Fuck us. Because that whole he don't want robots thing, that's bullshit. That's just a cop out when they don't want to talk like serious adults. He didn't create fucking robots. Bitch, he controls everything. We already. But this is what he said though. One day God is gonna come back. When? I want the fucking time, date, and place. Give me the setting. Give me the motherfucking plot. What's the story behind this? I need to know when. I'm not basing my motherfucking literal existence on some maybes and some hopes and some motherfucking promises. No, I want facts, results, bitch. If I can't get no results, I don't want it. When is he coming back? What time? What day? Where? Do I need to be in Jerusalem or Israel, the Nile River? Where the fuck is he gonna come when he comes so I can know? Because all this, one day, these motherfucking nuts. I don't want to hear that shit when I'm talking about. You got to base your motherfucking life on a one day. One day, maybe. Come on, man. On a possibility. What's the probability though? What's the chance of that happening while I'm alive? A 10.10% chance. Would you jump out of a fucking plane that had with a parachute that had a 10% chance of deploying? I think not. I don't give a fuck about this God. I don't give a fuck about this religion. I'm just trying to help my motherfucking people wake up. Hopefully one day a motherfucker that was lost see this bullshit. Talking about some motherfucking one day. Well, he should if he was gonna pick a day, he should have came back in 1619. Look it up.
And that Satan is going to be bound forever and ever, thrown and cast into the lake of fire. And you and I, my friend, are going to spend eternity in the new heaven and in the new earth with our God forever.
We're going to spend eternity in. Now, look at him. Listen to what he just said, y'all. The reward for serving and worshiping God is to go to the eternity with God and serve and worship like the other angels. Now, I would like to remind you that Satan, using his free will, gets him a lake of fire. Now, I don't know if you know this or not. Satan has superpowers you don't have. Satan is stronger than you. Satan can kill, steal, and destroy you, but you can't do this to Satan. God has designed Satan with more power than you, and even Satan has a lake of fire waiting on him. If God created Satan more powerful than you, what on earth do you think he's gonna do to your fucking ass for using your free will? Because Satan got a lake of fire. What you think you gonna get? A being, because remember now, Satan, according to some Christians, Satan is the God of this world. Satan is over us. Satan has this world in his hand. Satan is the one causing all of this destruction. Meaning, God gave Satan motherfucking superpowers. And one day he gonna come back and banish Satan to the lake of fire for using the superpower he gave him. Now, what the fuck do you think he gonna do to all the people who was using their free will to disobey him and not get on their fucking knees every day after they eat? What you think he gonna do to us? You think he give a fuck about some free will? No. There is no free will if God exists. He created you that way. He created Satan to rebel, and he gave Satan these motherfucking superpowers to cause harm to us. And in my opinion, if Satan is his enemy, he's treating Satan better than he's treating us. Satan ain't got no fucking. Let me write that down. God treats Satan better. Satan don't got no COVID. He don't got to worry about no cancer. He don't got to worry about no motherfucking disease. Satan is powerful. Satan has authority over this world. We don't. God designed an angel to rebel against him and then have authority over his most pride, his best creation. And even that person has a lake of fire. What the fuck he going? We're just the toys. We're just the robots. God is letting Satan play fiddle with us. And there's a lake of fire waiting on him. What that carpet tastes like down there? Is that length in your mouth? That length in your mouth? You got your head on the floor bowing 5 times a night to some fucking bullshit. Get real. And I ain't taking these motherfucking humans serious. No, I don't. You're a joke to me talking about a motherfucking God exists. Prove it, bitch. Because when it boiled down, you're gonna be just like this motherfucker. We don't really know. We can't answer the question. And one fucking day we gonna see. Well, I don't base my life on bull. That's bullshit to me. Put that in the Marvel comics and put that on the big screen so I can buy me some popcorn and eat and watch the movie. Don't put that on the table. Don't bring that to the dinner table. Don't bring that to the schools. Don't put that on the streets. There should not be a church on every motherfucking corner in the street. No, because we don't fucking know enough about this bullshit to have it everywhere plastered like this. This man just said we don't fucking know, and God gonna come back one day. But you know what's already here? 4 fucking churches within walking distance of each other, taking monies from the hood. Neither one of these motherfucking churches teaching the kids about shit important that's really important. All these kids growing up knowing about is a fucking God that might come back one fucking day, but you ain't gonna be allowed to see it. Come on, man.
Forever. If you found this video helpful in any way, feel free to share it with a friend. Also, if you haven't done so already,
that's the end of this bullshit. Get this nigga off my screen. I'm sick of this shit. Sulfur? Did I say suffer? I'm only accountable for what he has revealed. Good, because he hasn't revealed shit. Exactly. Motherfucker, I'm sick of this fucking. I get so sick of this shit. Yeah, I have better shit to do. Yeah, I would like to be fucking probably somewhere cutting some or eating or playing a fucking video. Bruh, no. This shit is too important for that. We're gonna do that after. But this, I don't see how we Bar get fed up with this bull. This is some bullshit, y'all. It's some bullshit. It honestly is like, I'm thinking to myself, like, how did that video make any fucking sense? It didn't. What's up, chat? You late. But punch your ticket by liking the video. Like the video. There we go. But like, this is ridiculous, y'all. This is fucking ridiculous. Make sure y'all like the video. This is ridiculous. Hell yeah, with your late ass. Unacceptable. He really said, now we just went through all of that. He said all of that just to say we don't know where evil comes from. And one day God gonna come back and get rid of said evil. That's what this video boiled down to. That's what you gotta base your life off. I'm not gonna base my life off that. That's what you gotta base your life off of. That's what you gotta go around. I would like to remind you. You need to go watch my what video that was. Let me see. If you go to my YouTube channel, go to my video from 5 days ago. Religion is going to spread. They're going to fucking spread this bullshit. They're called to spread the word of God. They're going to go around teaching young kids about some shit at the end of the day. They don't have an explanation for it because God has secrets. And one day he's going to come back and get rid of the shit we have no explanation for. You just got to hope and believe. No. That's fucking sick shit. You don't teach that to these motherfucking kids. You give these motherfucking kids a fighting chance to let their imagination run wild first. Give them the good shit first. Don't feed them this. Wait till they about 21 and try to feed this to them. See what's going to fucking happen. That ain't going to fucking work. Let them reach the age of 22, 23 before they learn about a God and religion. See what happened. Fuck wrong with these people. We got people out here killing each other and fighting over nothing. Some shit that's one day. Some shit that might happen. Some shit we don't know because God got secrets. I'm not worshiping no motherfucking God that's keeping secrets from me. I refuse to be in a relationship with a motherfucker talking about some I got secrets. And secrete these nuts, bitch. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Cause they love to talk about how it's not a religion. It's a relationship. Who? Bitch, you ain't finna write a fucking book telling me you got secrets, thinking I'm gonna stay with you. How is you crazy? Do I look like Boo Boo or the fool? No, I don't. So what you mean? Come on now. Exactly. Talking in fucking circles. Do you have the fucking truth or not? If it's not the truth, keep it to yourself. If you can't keep it to yourself, go ahead and spread it. But I'm coming right with your ass. Knock, knock. Yes. Damn. Since when did y'all knock on doors with all these people? Because we all knocking on your door together like this because those three right there, they're Christians. Us over here, we're atheists. We're following them. They want to spread their religion in peace. There is no fucking peace because they used to cut fucking heads off for not believing. End of discussion. They want to go door to door. We're going to go door to door with these hoes. We're going to go door to door with these bitches. They're going to give you the good news and we're going to, hey, that ain't true. We don't know what's going to fucking happen when you die. You might just disappear into oblivion and nobody's fucking coming to save you. Nobody's watching over you. That's what I'm going to tell them. Straight up. They're going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Walk your ass outside thinking you covered in the blood. You gonna see blood. They're going to fucking know. You're not covered. Get you some protection. Do some fucking push-ups. Get you a motherfucking martial art or get you one of these motherfucking iron things that heat up when you press that motherfucking trigger on. Ain't no motherfucking God coming to get you, baby. Don't lie to don't. You ain't finna know. Don't let them feed you these fucking lies. Don't let them lie to you like that. Ain't no motherfucking God coming to get you. If he was coming, he would have been came. I done got jumped. Come on, man. I done got to fight a lot of time. I done been in some fucked up situations. If he was coming to save me, he would have been came. He would have been came. He would have been had an orgasm. He would have been came. Fuck is you talking about some? He gonna come one day. I need him to come now. I need him to come now. I'm coming. I need him to come now. I ain't got fucking 50 years. I might not make it that long. Read the chat. We can't let that happen either. No, KKK was Christian, bitch. You gotta suck on that. Gotta eat that shit. They worship the same God as you bitches. And you can't blame Satan for that either. Are Christian. But I'm about to end the stream. I'm gonna do a little after party shit. If y'all want to come on, talk to your boy, rock with me for a minute. I'm gonna do the after party. I'm about to end this though. So if you want to come on the show or you want to just come watch again, this show's over. It's been 2 hours. I'm about to get off this, open another one up. We're gonna do the live stream. We're gonna do the after party. I love y'all. I'm about to show this thing. Before I dip, I'm gonna show y'all the thing to support the channel. All the shit to support the channel is gonna be on one slide. I'm gonna put it all on one slide and I'm gonna show it for a minute. But I love y'all. Bar out this bitch. I'm about to go live. I'm gonna go live in like 10 minutes. No, not 10, probably like 2. I'm gonna click off, make another one, and come back right back. So if you're trying to rock with your boy, come back. But that's the end of the video. Gang, man. I love y'all. Love y'all. Yo, shit. I forgot, Shane. I'm thank you remind me. So next motherfucking Friday, I'm chilling with the big dog, man. Let me show. I'm pull it up. I got it, Shane. I'm damn, man. I was just talking to you. I don't know how I forgot. By the grace of God. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this shit. Shane the Skeptic. Well, no, Shane, do me a favor, Shane. Can you put it in the chat? Because I know I already clicked off of this. I don't feel like. Yeah. Shane, put it in the chat for me. So they can know where to go. Because people ain't good with going to type that shit in. Just put the link in the chat for the people who not subscribed to you. And then I'm gonna just let them know it's next Friday. You gonna see it when you go on his channel because it's already. Well, he sent me the thumbnail already. Shane is a mod. Oh, no, he's not a mod. It's a joke. It's a joke we making with him not being a mod. That's why he's not a mod. It's literally a joke. Like we had this whole fight over me not knowing how to make mods, and so I made everybody a mod but Shane, and the crowd went crazy. So that's why he's not a mod. But he's a mod in spirit though. He's a mod. Yeah, there you go. Andre got you. Andre get you in the door. Yeah. He's not a mod on purpose. It's like a joke because all the mods gonna come and they gonna make fun of him. And that's what we do. Because they're like, you're not a mod yet. Yeah. I think you missed that one, Shane. I mean, yeah. Not Shane. You missed that one, Satan. But I'm about to end this, y'all. Andre put the thing in the link in the thing right here. Here you go. Go click this one. Click this comment. It's right above your fucking head. Make sure y'all like the video. I'm about to go. I don't need no bitch. He said he don't need no wrench. Hey, what Craig said on Friday? He said, come back. I'm about to go live in like 2 minutes. So give your boy some time. All right. I love y'all. I'm about to get off. Hey, all 18 of you motherfuckers better come right back or I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna send Satan's little help. We're gonna go door to door. We're gonna dress as Mormons and ask your ass about so make sure you come right back. All you motherfuckers. I'm coming. I'm finna get right back live. We're gonna turn up. Watch this. I love y'all. What I supposed to do? Throw the peace on. I'm gone.